Lockdown. Expert says government should look at earlier unlocking. Sign up for now and never miss the top politics stories again. Subscribe. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these newsletters. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any. Mark Woolhouse, professor of infectious disease epidemiology at the University of Edinburgh, told MPs there was strong evidence to suggest coronavirus restrictions could be lifted even earlier than expected. Scientists and ministers are this week looking at the impact of lockdown and coronavirus vaccines to help build a roadmap back to normal. The Prime Minister will present his plan to the nation on Monday, and leaks of draft plans have already begun circling in West. Proposals would see non-essential shops reopen and appeal, with hospitality starting to return. However, giving evidence to the Common Science and Technology Committee, Professor Woolhouse warned against putting dates to the reopening of society and suggested lockdown would be lifted at a quicker pace if it was based. The scientist said, the transmission blocking potential is key. But so, of course, is its actual ability to protect against death and disease, and to keep people out of hospital. And those numbers are looking. Professor Woolhouse said the number of people getting a vaccine was also far higher. Ministers had been planning for a take-up of 75% but have seen more than 90% of those eligible coming forward. The higher number of vaccinations was also likely to increase the speed at which measures can be reduced, according to Professor Woolhouse. He said, "We didn't know what the take-up of the vaccine would be. It's turning out to be very high. We should be aiming for the high 90s, literally a record for vaccine coverage, but it looks like that's achievable." He added, "My conclusion from that is if you're driven by the data and not by dates, right now, you should be looking at earlier unlock." So far, more than 15.5 million people across the UK have received a first dose of a coronavirus vaccine. The government has set itself the target of giving protection to all over 50s and those clinically vulnerable by the end of April. However, analysis of the data indicates Britain could beat its target by as much as a month and have given jabs to all priority groups by the end of March. Early research indicates a significant drop-off in the rate of transmission after a first injection, with one study indicating a drop by 67% after a single dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. The number of cases, hospitalizations and deaths of coronavirus have dropped significantly over the past month since the rollout of the immunization program. There have been 86,321 new cases recorded in the past 7 days, a drop of 27.8% on the week. Deaths have fallen 25.6% over the same time period, while hospitalizations are down 24%. However, there have been warnings from experts not to read too much into the data currently, with scientists saying a large factor of the drop in infections is due to lockdown measures rather than inoculation. Trending, they say the impact of the vaccine should become much clearer by the end of the month. Speaking on a visit to a mass vaccination centre in Cwmbran, South Wales, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said his roadmap on Monday would be cautious and prudent. Johnson would not be drawn on whether his plan would be linked to specific dates or rates of transmission, saying, "People are coming up with theories about what we're going to do and what we're going to say and about rates of infection. I would just advise everybody just wait. We will try to say as much as we can."